Welcome back to a brand new... Your parents home?
No.
What's up, YouTube? Welcome back. This is the fucking third podcast, and the camera quality looks great. This is Yasser.
This is Stone Cold Steve Austin.
This is Yasser. This is Tyler. And this is his real name.
Obama.
Oganga.
It's me, Michael Hernandez.
Obama was...
Michael Hernandez has ligma.
Obama was a Kenyan citizen.
He's Kenyan of origin, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
His dad was apparently in the CIA, as far as I know.
His dad's name's like Hassan.
Oh, he's a little warm in her.
No, it's Hussein.
Was it?
Yeah.
Shia.
Don't try to make Obama a great leader of Shia, dude. Everybody knows Obama was a Sunni. We are wearing the same color, bro.
Obama.
Look. We're wearing the same color. Oh my god.
Touch his tips.
You guys, what's up, guys? So Tyler over here is the wizard. He's the fucking god with all of this. If you've seen the other videos where it's like all the editing and all the great fucking shit on the side, bro, it's amazing. So
It isn't even that good.
Can we come on, dude. Come on, dude. For a person who just picked it up on the spot kind of scenario.
We pay him with our bodies.
Yeah.
I get paid in mushrooms.
What are drugs?
Well, the mushrooms that you get at Walmart that are good on pizza.
Yeah, those legal lion's mane I get from the smoke shop.
Yeah, we get Delta Lion's Mane.
Shout out the Bensonites.
Psilocybin cubensis. We're all about U.S. legal highs here. I mean, there's nothing illegal that we...
Yeah, we're all about that U.S. legal gray area.
Bring out the salvia.
That's illegal since 2012.
Really?
2015, actually.
There's certain states where it's not illegal.
I thought it's legal in Kentucky, I believe.
It got put on the controlled substance list by the DEA in 2015.
They're trying to take away our rights, man.
Bro.
This is government, bro. This is government that we live in. They just
That was before we were even old enough to walk into a smoke shop.
That's true.
That was back
You
when
know
I was
they
taking
used to sell DMT like availably online. Like you can buy like a pill bottle.
I'm pretty sure they used to
cocaine
sell
is the same way.
mushrooms just legally in these shops.
Yeah. Bro, y'all remember... Y'all might... You weren't in the country yet. But do you remember the... No, it's true.
I was always in the country. I was born here.
Yeah, let's go with that.
I remember the spice epidemic real bad, bro.
Oh,
like
the K2 shit?
They used to sell that
Spice
shit
is
at like
still
head shops
a pretty
everywhere.
big thing in the smoke shops.
It is. Like a lot of them sell it under
They'll still
counter
sell
type
spice.
situation,
Yeah.
yeah. But it used to be like just flat out like they sold it like a normal
It's
thing.
like K2 and Spice and all that
Or
stuff.
benzo bars.
Yeah. It was the first Delta
the
8.
epidemic of No, it's not even Delta 8.
Kinda. Like,
so
that's what
Delta
it was
8
kinda
isn't
like.
even like... So Delta 8's grown by hemp seeds to make hemp flour. And then they do chemical processes to it to turn it into Delta 8.
Right.
What they do with like K2 and stuff like that and Spice, that's all synthetic.
Wow.
Like it's all synthetic.
It's
so
just
none of that is weed remotely.
But
then it looks like weed, and then people smoke
they
it,
used
and they
to
like
spray the shit.
freak out.
They used to spray
Freak
it.
out.
They used to spray it on the Zaza.
Zaza. You guys remember Zaza Red, bro?
Zaza Red.
We don't speak
I don't
of
know
it.
what that is.
Yeah, me neither.
Nah, dude, Zaza Red is a real epidemic out there because a lot of like heroin and opiate
It's gone
addicts
now.
would like.
It's gone.
Yeah, it's always been gone.
Yeah, it's illegal.
No. Like it's gone.
Right.
You're not able to import it into the country anymore.
Sure, but
And so everybody's
It
supply
came from like
ran
Vietnam
out.
or some shit, right?
Everybody's supply ran out, and now there's not much in the
It's
country.
the same with kratom. Kratom comes from Indonesia, bro.
Indonesia,
what's
Thailand.
the difference between kratom and Zaza Red?
Zaza Red is kratom.
Zaza Red has a lot of more L-lithium in it than kratom does.
So
What's
like
that?
it engages with more opiate receptors.
L-lithium is like this dopamine inducer that is kind of like, it's been studied as like an antidepressant kind of thing. But it basically just makes your body feel really fucking good.
Hell yeah.
And so the like L-lithium content on that was like 1,000 milligrams per pill or something.
Holy
like
shit.
something crazy.
Right. Where it deplete.
Where like it's like you're addicted to L-lithium.
Right. And a lot
Or
of people, like people would come out of like rehabilitation facilities for drugs and opiates and heroin and all that, and a lot of people would be like, hey, why don't you do like Zaza
This
Red?
is good. This is
Because it
legal.
hits the opium receptor.
Yeah, but it's
and
not
that wrong.
It does.
But he was like, but it's not opium, so I'm not
And so
on the
now
drug.
it's been taken a whole extra step where they've taken the lowest form of kratom, the cheapest form of kratom, and they've like synthesized it in a lab. And so now it's super potent, where like it's this little tiny tablet, but it's super potent. Like the one that's super, super popular right now is Dozo. And they make a thing called the Perks.
What? Please,
Literally the Perks.
go on. I'd like to learn more about this.
Get on that.
Come
It's
on.
just some people abuse it. Some people use it as like medicinal level painkiller. Like there's benefits to everything, but if you abuse it, it's bad. And so that's one of those things. But it's such a good painkiller that people will take it for pain,
Right.
and then feel like they'll continually to need it because you need it for a week, and then you just
And now is it
I'm just gonna keep taking this.
is it prescribed or can you get it anywhere?
You can just get it anywhere.
Wow. Yeah. We live near the boonies, and that is Opiateville. You just you drive
The
by it.
Appalachians, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Scary shit.
That part is like the Dagestan. If it were as disciplined, it would be like the Dagestan.
Yeah, they all
of the United States.
they love
of America.
wrestling and they fuck their
That's
cousins.
what I'm saying.
Me,
They
when I go
love
downtown,
wrestling
I'm
over
all
there,
good.
bro.
I want to leave. Y'all, when you go to the boonies, I'm all good. I want to leave. I'm like, what? These are my people.
I love them, bro.
No, I don't mind them.
We're friends with the resident, a former
Bro, our
resident.
gym is like mainly
It's
just
Boonville.
real redneck Appalachian dudes.
Yeah.
Which
They're
is
the
great.
best dudes in my opinion.
Yeah,
I
they're
love
the greatest.
redneck dudes.
Shout out 10th Planet.
No Diddy.
It's just weird.
Yeah, shout out 10th Planet.
Weird problems go on with those people.
Yeah, no. Everybody that
That's
wants.
no, I don't mean like bad in any sense. It's just the most bizarre thing happens to those people. It's
Yeah.
not like, oh, I broke up with my girl.
Yeah.
Oh no, I caught my girl fucking my cousin's brother's sister's aunt's
Everybody
cousin's
knows everybody over there,
yeah,
bro.
yeah.
They're
aunt's
so
dog.
connected.
And
yeah.
that's why we broke up, is because she had the dog's kids. And you're like, huh? What?
He's
Yeah.
not wrong. Like
Damn.
the stories we hear in the gym, bro, from like the redneck homies. Some crazy ass stories, bro.
That's true. I'm not gonna expose his name. His name is Chalon Walton.
Full photo right here.
Yeah, and
Send me a photo after
he's a
the pod.
podcast hog, dude. He's always
is.
like,
Oh, when can we get on? Yeah, I'd love to do another podcast.
You know how we were talking last night?
yeah,
I found a host.
really?
Chalen's hosting the game shows.
No, you fuck it up.
No, that would be so
fire.
retarded, bro.
That'd be fire.
I'm thinking about it. That's great content. First of all, I love that guy.
Yeah, I love that guy too, bro. He's
That'd be fun content.
Tell him what about
goat.
that.
What?
Game show?
So we want to do like,
Yeah.
we want to keep the podcast, but we want to start making more content. So like, more of a creative sphere where it's like, if you have an idea, share it, and then we're gonna try and turn it into a video or a video series. Does that make sense? So like, the best way to explain it is like, you take some of the top TV shows and stuff like that, and then you turn them into our small form YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Where like, for example, like, you know how there's Amazing Race, and they do different challenges in different
I don't think
areas.
I've ever heard of
He's
that.
never heard of it. I've never heard of it.
You know, like Survivor,
Yeah.
these like reality shows,
I'll get naked for the camera.
stuff
I'll
like
do
that. Survivor, where you like are on an island, whatever.
Uh-huh.
But there's stuff that you could do, like we could do Jeopardy, but it's about like drugs.
We could do Jeopardy on Epstein's Island.
Yeah, like you get what I mean, like meme Jeopardy, and it's just a bunch of memes, and you have to name who it is and where they're from and whatever.
I like that. I like that a lot. We could do something with lot lizards. They'll do anything for a couple of bucks.
Tell them about your course.
Lot lizard course.
Yeah.
So when I went to trucking school in it's Western Express, and it was in Tennessee, they had a 20-minute lot lizard course where they were like, "Now look, guys, you guys are
20
adults."
minutes?
20 minutes, dude.
Not long
That's
enough.
it.
I timed it too. It was a 20-minute lot lizard course where they were going into depth and details of how you guys are adults and you legally can do whatever you want. No one's stopping you. But the problem is, if you do get caught with a lot lizard, we're not, it's not on us, it's on you. You are participating in prostitution. And another thing was, they were like, if the truck is moving, you can't have somebody, like an unknown person, on the truck. But if the truck is stationary and you're parked somewhere resting for the night,
Go crazy.
Okay, so if you approach a woman and say, "Hey,
what's a woman?"
I'll pay you X amount of money to fuck.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's prostitution.
Yeah.
Okay? But if you ask a girl out on a date and she says you have to buy me dinner first,
Yeah. That's called,
not
That's chivalry.
prostitution.
that's capitalism.
So,
What are you getting at, dude?
if I buy a woman a meal voucher for $100
Yeah.
and pay her in that, technically
It's
I didn't participate in the act of prostitution because we went out to eat before.
Okay, that's a great idea. Now think of it like this. Imagine you are trying to pick up a lady, right? You don't know her.
You wouldn't know what that is.
Like I already said, what's a lady? But you're over here and you don't pay her in USD, you pay her in Bitcoin. And now, is that still prostitution? That's a real question. I need you guys
That's
to
an
do.
investment.
That's a stock. That'll
Yeah.
grow.
Wait. If you go out to eat with a girl and you pay her to pay the bill and then y'all fuck, is that prostitution? Because you paid her
Yeah.
and then y'all fucked. Whatever she did with the money is on her.
I mean, exactly. She could have invested the money. I think of
In Bitcoin.
People look down on prostitution.
Yeah,
I
my
think
$20 doesn't go that far on Bitcoin.
I think prostitution is actually like a legitimate like thing because imagine, especially for truckers, you're in a town, middle of nowhereville, and you
But
want
that's if you can find someone that'll fuck you for Bitcoin.
No, I'm talking about straight USD. I'm talking about cash, dog.
Pesos.
Yeah,
It's like, I don't think a lot was just like, oh yeah, I take Bitcoin too.
That'd be fucking
Here's my
hilarious.
Bitcoin wallet.
First of all, I know they take Cash App.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
that's-
yeah.
Yeah, Zelle.
Okay, Cash App and Cash App Bitcoin have been a separate thing since like 21.
Sure, but you can use the money you have in Cash App to buy Bitcoin.
Yes, but you can't transfer Bitcoin through Cash App.
Sure, you just transfer it to a wallet and then take it out somewhere
Yeah,
else.
that's assuming the lot lizard has a wallet, is what I was saying.
I don't care about the lot lizard 10 minutes after I come. So it's not.
It gives him a whole 10 minutes after
He's
to
got a-
stop caring.
He's got that
Yeah, dude, I gotta be like, what are you doing
lion's
tonight?
mentality.
cares for
He's the
10
lion.
minutes and
You
then
see the
goes-
lion memes?
No, I don't care no more.
Yeah, get the fuck out of my truck. I gotta be in Kansas tomorrow.
But she's like, can you give me a ride to
Bro's gonna
Kansas?
cuddle the
That's
lot
where I
lizard
was
for
trying
10
to
minutes
get
and be
to.
like, oh, my timer's up.
No, there's a
You
nice
gotta be
trick.
like, no, actually, the facility told me that as long as we're stationary, and then she'll just leave.
I'll give her the spiel.
She won't even wait around.
I'll start talking about DMT and entity.
Right, like
This guy's fucking crazy.
Actually, I don't want to go to Kansas.
Yeah. But you could trick her. There's ways. You could be like, can you go get me a water bottle from the gas station? And you're gone.
Yeah.
What's she gonna do? Come back.
That's what
She's gonna find a
do.
new customer.
Bro turned into a
That's him,
BMW.
that's him flooring it out of the way station.
I'm going 5 miles per hour.
She starts running after you, bro.
I got a pocket knife.
Planes on the.
You've heard the
Zone it.
wom 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 noises
Yeah.
from your truck before?
Yes,
You know
yes.
what that is, right?
No, I'm not familiar.
So you have air brakes.
Yeah.
So like when you let off the brake, it puts airbags and it puts pressure onto the brakes, so your brake pads don't clamp all the time and do all the friction. That's what that noise is.
This guy's telling me how to run a truck. He's got soft hands.
Are soft. I never listened to that boy with soft hands.
brother. You got
Bro drives the truck.
foreskin.
I never ever listened to that boy with soft foreskin.
You gotta have cauliflower on your foreskin, brother. That's how you know you a trucker.
You know, my cousin works on big rigs.
Really? What does he
Yeah.
do? Is he like a mechanic or?
Yeah, he's like a Big Mac mechanic.
He's thinking about doing
Not a
that.
Big
He
Mac.
fixes
He's
Big
a
Macs?
Mac mechanic.
Holy
Mac,
shit.
the truck company.
He's a sandwich artist at Big Mac.
You've seen school buses and it'll say MAC on the front of it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the company that makes the school buses, Mac. And there's like Freightliner. Freightliner is a company that makes semi-trucks.
Yeah. You got the Kenworth, you got the Freightliner, you got the Volvo.
There's one that starts with a P.
You have... No, I'm not a pedophile, dude. I already told you that. Off air, too. I'm not even, like, fucking with that shit anymore, dude.
You were fucking with that shit?
I told you, I don't fuck with that shit, bro. Leave me alone,
that
bro.
you were fucking with it previously.
Not even with that.
Well,
no
he's trying
more,
to use his
bro.
white Jewish magic on me,
I
trying
know,
to be
he's
like...
trying to. Molotov.
Yeah.
Whatever they say.
Molotov.
What do they say? Not
Molotov.
Expectro Patronum! It's Peterbilt. Peterbilt's
Yeah,
the one with the
Peterbilt.
P.
Shabbat shalom.
Yeah. Shabbat.
You ain't driving a real truck unless you drive Peterbilt.
Yo.
That came from the soul, bro.
Yeah.
That came from the foreskin. Right
He's
there.
he's Kentuckian, dude.
I'm white, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, most white people who are in the middle of the country didn't get here by natural causes. They came here using a truck.
I believe I arrived by natural causes.
What are the natural causes of a white
Like Native
person?
Americans, this natural causes. That's
Those are
mechanical.
white people.
They were the original white people. They were the original Indo-Aryans.
You were the original era.
We was the real Jews.
Native Americans are like Chinese people.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Americans are like
You know, a lot
No,
of
Native
a
Americans.
lot of like South
genetically?
Yeah, genetically.
No.
Filipino.
No. They came
Filipino.
across the Bering Strait,
Strait,
right?
Yeah. The Bering
So
Gay.
Pangea, the world separated. It started freezing over. There's a bridge of land between Alaska and Russia, and once it was freezing, it dropped the water level, and so this Bering Strait rose up, and that allowed people from China, like Aborigines from China,
Yeah.
they walked across the Bering Strait into North America. And that's the reason we have Native Americans, because they believe in similar religion types and similar cultural types as these early Chinese Aborigines.
That's true. That's true.
They're so similar, like even genetically, they're super similar.
Yeah, and if
I
you
always thought it was the Philippines. I know the Eskimos.
I mean-
I think the Eskimos are genetically different from like the Apaches and the Comanches.
again, these Eskimos,
Cherokee.
they have their Chinese
They're about the
eyes.
same.
They're real similar. That's why, like, if you look at an older Eskimo and an older Native American, their face where their wrinkles are like so similar.
Right.
It's because they have the same like genetics and face structure, and nose structures, and eye structures.
It's the same with the Aztecs too. They were just all the same people.
There was nobody here. It was an island.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, if you really look at the map, North and South America is just
a
in the
big-ass
middle of
island.
water.
Yeah.
Nobody was just
right.
coming here, walking here, or anything until these different areas were opened, especially from Russia over to Alaska.
Yeah.
Where it allowed people to travel in here. And that's where that giant bear is that Joe Rogan always talks about.
Yeah.
It's on the Bering
You
Strait.
guys believe in flat Earth?
No.
No, we have proof that it's not flat.
Proof. Like you've been to space, dude. Get out of here, bro.
Bro.
This is too political. I don't know why
Listen,
You don't
talk
you don't
about
have to
this.
go to space to prove that the Earth's flat.
You know it
The
says
Earth's
in
curved.
the Quran that Earth is round, so it would contradict your whole religion if you believed in
this is
flat
the whole
Earth
thing.
theory. Yeah.
The same Quran that Muhammad married a 6-year-old girl.
This is the whole thing, though, with that, where, like, if you got up on a high enough height and you looked out, you would be able to see whatever is miles away if the Earth was flat.
Not true. The human eye can only see about I think
No,
maximum's like 17 to 30 miles outwards.
The issue is that if you get on a mountain, sometimes when things are far enough away, because of the Earth's curve, you should be able to see it, but you can't. because it's on the other side of the curve.
I can tell you that that's actually not true. There's you can pull
It's
up,
very true.
You can pull up a clip of Neil deGrasse Tyson who was with Rogan, and he was talking about. You guys remember the Red Bull jump where the guy went up to space?
Yeah,
the
that's
Red
a
Bull thing?
fisheye, but
He used the fisheye lens, and Neil deGrasse Tyson said himself, he was like, even at that height, you won't be able to see the curvature of the Earth.
no, you won't be able to see the curvature of the Earth.
So I
you
win.
don't see the things that are supposed to be there if it was flat because of the curvature of the Earth.
But mountains exist. There's like ridges. The Earth is not flat. I'm talking about like there's ridges and mountains and hills and valleys. There's all these things. It's obviously like the whole Earth is not Idaho. It's not just whoosh. It's fucking.
What does this have to do with what I just said?
Yeah, you can see, like you said, you can. If it was flat, you won't be able to see those little things.
No,
like,
if it was flat,
You could
you
see
would
all
be
of
you would
it.
be able to see everything.
Everything.
But I
because
just-
it's flat, all on the same plane.
but I just
because
told
it's
you the
not
human
flat,
eye
you
can
can't
only
see
see.
I know,
anything.
but if you were big enough, bigger than the Earth, and the Earth was a marble, and you rubbed your fingers on the Earth, it would feel so smooth.
Yeah, I've heard
Because
that.
even the highest mountain isn't more than a couple miles tall.
Yeah, that's true.
So if
Yeah.
you were a mile up, and there's a thing whatever mile away, because of the curvature of the Earth, it then goes down like this. You can't see that it's curved downwards, but you can see less of an item or an object because of the curvature of the Earth. So, like, imagine this is the curve, where, like, you're here, and you're looking this way, and if it was flat, you'd see the whole water bottle. But since it's not, and it's curved, and it's sitting down here, you can't see the bottom of the water bottle. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that happens with like ships. Like you can see the top of the
I'm
ships.
not even
but
talking to the map. In the mic. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, there was a really big anti curved Earth theory guy who bought this super high tech laser.
Yeah.
And went to go do this thing and this test, and he proved that the Earth was curved.
Yeah, but I heard some rumors that laser experiment wasn't like totally.
There's another great
real
one
or something,
with
or-
light, where they've taken light and they go like 200 feet from each other, and it's like, imagine a sign with, so there's a sign here and a sign here, and they're both on the exact same level, 200 feet apart. If the Earth was curved, you would be able to put it over top of the sign, or if it was flat, you'd be able to rest it on top of the sign, and it would go straight across, and you'd be able to see it looking over the sign.
Yeah.
So now, if you do that same test, but the Earth's curved, and you put that over top of the sign, the person 200 feet away can't see the light because the Earth's curved.
I understand.
Where the light's going straight, but because it's curved, it doesn't reach here.
Yeah, I understand. No, obviously there's
And
holes.
so now
There's
what they
holes in
do
the flat
is they
Earth theory,
take
of
this
course.
flashlight and they put it higher above their head, and it goes where the person can see it.
Yeah.
This guy spent $20,000 to prove that the Earth is flat, but he accidentally did the exact opposite. His name is Bob, and he was in a Netflix documentary covering flat earthers. With the opportunity of a lifetime, he wanted to prove his point. So he cut 2 holes in styrofoam boards and put them up at the same height, lining them up with a camera. And then he sent his friend really far away to shine a bright laser back towards him. If the laser was held at the same height as the holes far away and the light still came through, it would mean that the Earth is flat. But it didn't. In fact, Bob couldn't see anything, so when he had his friend raise up the light higher, it came through. To learn why millions of people still believe the Earth is flat, check out this video.
Again, I'm not married to the idea of the flat Earth or curved Earth. The Earth could be a heart shape for all I know. I'm just telling you, I don't know.
The
personally.
main thing that I would say
Is Earth a donut though?
What do you think Hollow Earth is, dummy?
So what my question would be is,
Agartha.
That's a real
if
thing.
Earth was flat, which way would it be? Flat this way or flat this way? It would be flat this way.
Yo.
Okay. Can you
I just fucking saluted.
observe other
Elon Musk.
planets? Can you take a telescope and do your own independent research of observing other planets? All right, when you observe those planets, are they flat like this?
No.
No, they're flat like this.
I got another question.
So why would our Earth be flat like this when you can physically observe all these other planets being curved?
Right.
They're circles,
Right.
but it appears flat like this. So it's either or. It can't be that the Earth's this way and the rest of the planets are this
Earth
way.
is the only planet that's flat like this and the rest of them
That's
are
what
like
I'm
this?
saying.
But then
That's what
why
I'm
would
saying.
the Earth not apply to every other?
Because we're
space?
different. We're different. We have life.
You're the only. I was just gonna say we're the only planet that has
No,
life.
we're not.
God only cares about us. God doesn't care about Mars.
There's another one in a different universe called Kepler.
We are the only ones. No, that's not even the only one. We're the only ones that have proven to have physical life forms on it.
Sure.
There are millions of planets that we speculate can grow life and have living water on them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That does not mean that they're inhabitable by people or have people on them.
I only say because God,
They have forms of
God
life,
came
but
down
we're
to
the
this
only
planet.
ones
They
with
have the potential to have life on them. That's the
We
same thing
are
with the Kepler one.
only planet in our solar system which have creatures that have consciousness.
Yeah.
If
Well,
if
hold
you
on.
wanted to give
Hold
it
on.
that
Hold
detail.
on.
No,
But
this is the whole thing that I'm saying.
Prove that Earth isn't flat.
We're the only ones to have proven life that is consciousness.
but again,
We're not. I'm not discrediting what you're saying, but I'm just saying we don't know those other planets, so we can't say that we are the only ones because we don't know.
We talked about this in the other podcast towards the end. There are levels of consciousness. It is very egotistical to say we are the highest
I
form
think
of
me and
consciousness.
you talked about this last night.
We did, but we mentioned it later on towards the end of the last podcast. But the idea is it is super, like I said, it is super egotistical to think we are the highest form of consciousness that exists because for example, I gave an example, these DMT entities have a higher form of consciousness as far as we know, right? They have no use for a physical body because a physical body is easily hurt, corrupted, dead, get diseases. What's the reason to stay physical if you can transcend into a fifth dimensional entity where you have a whole different form of consciousness that is unimaginable to us, like these angels and gods and demons who live in another dimension. These guys don't need a physical body. They've transcended that. A physical body is too primitive. Because you need to eat, you need to shit, you need to sleep. These demons / entities / jinn don't do that. They can travel at light speed faster than light. They can create wormholes. God created the earth in 7 days. For him, 7 days is like 17 million billion years for us, whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you just say?
Rewind.
Bro, say God created the Earth in 7 days. Y'all believe that?
No, man.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Bro, it's a figure of speech. And you should believe that. It says it in your book.
Yeah, I asked you if you believed that because
No,
I didn't think y'all believed that because it's in my Bible.
You believe it though?
I mean, what is 7 days to God?
That's exactly what I mean. Yeah, like I said.
Those are human terms that you apply to something. It's just stating that Sunday, it's not really stating that God made the earth in 6 days and rested on the seventh.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that people are explaining that God would prefer you not to tend your fields or work your cattle or go into the market on Sunday. Take the day to worship the Lord.
Even God took a break.
Y'all just band for band rage baited each other. It was hilarious. I love to see it. I'm just a spectator, guys.
Or rage baiting right now?
Nah, this is very...
I'm a spectator.
This guy's
We're
on
having
it.
a conversation.
This is a great conversation.
And you're ruining it, you asshole. With your non-knowledge.
I did it.
Pick a lane. You want to be in the lane? Pick a lane.
Guys, can we take a break real quick? Oh, I am fucking geeking.
And we're back. Welcome back. We just took a little break. We talked politics, solved world economic issues.
Ahmad said the N-word.
Yeah.
I need to take breaks in between the podcast to say the N-word.
It's an N-word break. Dude, I was watching some of our old clips, our old podcasts, like the ones with Chaylin and the ones with Scott. And, bro,
Those were the best ones.
No wonder your girls are mad at you, bro.
I know.
Bro, the things you were saying.
They were the best ones.
I gave out a question. I was like, what do you guys think like women should like be in like compositions? He goes, I don't think women should be cops. I don't think women should be firefighters, lawyers. I don't think.
It's so. It's not an issue of gender. It's not an issue of what's in your pants. It's not an issue of what the fuck you believe. The issue is it should be the best suited person to do the job.
Yeah.
That's simply it.
No
It
EDI,
shouldn't
whatever
be
it's called.
anything. So yes, I do believe women should be cops. But if you're scared,
Yeah.
I don't think you make a good public servant, because if you go out to protect the community, scared of the community, it's only inevitable that when something goes wrong, you do the wrong thing, say the wrong thing, because you're already in the mindset of being scared.
Yeah, it's like a victim mentality. Like, what? I'm not.
It's not
Sorry.
a victim mentality.
Sorry, women out there, especially women who know Ahmad. But like women are inherently like, you know, the world's out to get me kind of stuff, and that is where like liberal mindset comes from, where it's like
necessarily agree with that, because I think that's a people mindset.
Nowadays it is a people mindset.
I think it's hard to nail it down to one specific group or gender. You know what I mean?
Sure, but men were known for who the fuck cares. You know, like, I'll get out there, I'll do whatever it needs to take. But, you know, since the world's become more feminized nowadays, it's like...
Ahmad, I'm trying. I said, I'm trying.
Whatever, bro.
Bro is pulling the shit so far left,
Whatever,
and I'm
bro.
fighting him to keep it right.
What are you talking about, dude? I'm more right, dude. You sounded more liberal, I think. I don't know.
I zoned out. I didn't hear anything.
That's great. We could skip it. This is bad.
No.
This
What
is
I'm
bad.
trying
Can
to
we take
say...
another break?
No, you can't take a break. Just, you can leave.
You could just stand there. Look
You can
sassy.
sit there, no matter.
I'm the camera now.
Yeah,
Yo, this would be cool if there was another point of view right here.
it's called a cut chair.
I'm trying to get him on degree, but you get what I'm saying? Like, it's not about gender. It's not about any of that label.
Right.
When you boil it down to the label, I feel like it's insulting to the point. And the point is if you're not able to do the job because you're not fit to do the job, I don't think you should be doing the job.
Sure.
Now, most people that are left-leaning will go, oh, that's because I'm da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And it has nothing to do with any of that.
Yeah.
And everything to do with your skills in the job force.
Yeah, it's what can you provide for the world. But
It's just people will then play, like you said, the victim card of I'm da 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 da. You're only doing this to me because I'm da 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 da. You only said this because da 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 da.
The thing is, the victim card is so played out nowadays, bro, because it's
readily available.
pushed.
Yeah, it's
pushed real bad. For example, like you could easily be like, I've heard this before, not a lot, but I've heard it. Oh, it's because I'm Muslim. You're cheating me so because I'm.
It's because I'm black.
Yeah.
It's because I'm black. I hear the race card all the time.
I hear the race card all the time.
It's because I'm Indo-Aryan.
Right.
But now the crazy part is, oh, you're only saying that to me because I'm white. Holds truth. Is a crazy statement to say.
What I don't like is people saying like, oh, white people hold all the power. White people do, white people are the oppressors.
White people commit more crimes than black people.
Yeah. White people commit more suicide, I'm guessing, than any other race.
More white people are incarcerated than any other race.
It's so sad.
In America.
It's so sad.
You know why that is?
Why is that?
Because there's more white people in America. It's
Yeah.
simple numbers.
15% of the population commits.
It's
what?
actually 12.3%.
Commits how much of the crimes?
26%.
Damn.
That's not even a lot.
That's a long margin.
No. And then white
It's a
people
long
make up
margin,
66% of the population, but commit 68% of the crime.
Yeah, FBI statistic right there.
It's just the whole thing of like, you as a black man, by that statistic, are technically twice as likely to commit a crime than white people. Wait, that's not how math works.
It's good math. It's good math. We're not racist.
I think it's 50% of black people are more likely to commit a crime than 50% of white people.
Sure. If you guys don't mind, I would like to skip this part. Not skip this part. This is a touchy subject. Let's please move past it.
That's so professional.
You brought up the statistic, brother.
No, I didn't, bro. That's the white man using logic and terms, bro. We don't fuck with that shit. We don't need to show you no white man paperwork.
We were the real
White
Jews.
man got all the paperwork.
If I talk to,
Paperwork buddy.
I have a question, guys.
What's up?
If I talk to 109 women, and I get rejected by 109 women, would I be the problem, or would it be the woman's problem?
No, you're the problem.
Dun, 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 dun,
I see. Oh man, that was great.
That was
Oh,
top tier quality joke right there.
Oh my god.
I didn't even know where that was
I
going.
fell
Bro.
for it.
That shit was great.
Sinker, dude. Hook, line, sinker,
was
dude.
great.
I was really into it. I was like, what does he mean by that?
I was like, where's this going? He
Yeah,
just
yeah,
made
yeah.
a comment about the women.
I don't know where to. I've been like dead silent the
That's
whole
great.
time.
No, we can talk about that. We can talk about Jews. Who cares?
The Jews
The
care.
Jews here, bro. You're anti-Semitic.
I'm not anti-Semitic. Any language that comes from the Arabian Peninsula is a Semitic language.
But the thing is,
I speak Arabic.
it's ironic
I am
that
Semitic.
when you say Semite, the first thing you think of is a Jew.
But it's not.
It's not.
It's not only Jews.
Syrians, Canaanites,
Iraqis.
Arabs, Iraqis. Insert Iraqi boy right here.
Abu Raqayya.
Yeah, Abu Raqayya, bro. Please.
It's your birthday,
Amon, just
son.
remember,
Huh.
the winners write the history books.
Yeah. Fuck. Who won again?
Bars.
The United States.
Yeah.
Always.
Which means.
Mm-hmm.
Dun, dun, da, 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 da.
Is that copyrighted?
No. It's not
I
copyrighted.
hope not. I think it's just like
Plus, we're mouthing it. It's not like it's actually playing.
Oh, I know. I was gonna.
if you insert it though.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about.
Let's talk about the Wailing Wall, bro.
No.
Why is the wall
Let's talk about the
wailing?
Talmud. You brought up an interesting subject.
Talmud, bro.
Um,
I don't know what Talmud is, but I
We
know
can-
what Tillamook is.
We can dive you right in with the
yeah.
viewers. So, if you are unfamiliar, the Jews believe, and I say the Jews, and not a demeaning term, but the Jews believe in obviously the Torah. We all know this, but there's another book that is maybe unfamiliar to the Goyim. It is called the Talmud. The Talmud is.
That book is cursed.
The Talmud?
No, the other one.
Which one? The Torah?
No, the other one. The Goyim.
The Goyim's not a book.
That's not a book.
Oh, there's another book. There's one that starts with a G.
I don't know.
That's the one that talks about the what you mentioned in the other podcast. You go out of nowhere. Fun fact:
Oh yeah.
rabbis suck on
No,
the
that's-
head of.
Oh, that's
Like, what
part of
the
the
fuck?
Talmud.
That's part of the Talmud. But Goyim, for the
Goyim
viewers,
refers to people that don't believe
non-Jew.
in Judaism.
It's just anybody who's non-Jew.
yeah, any non
The Muggles.
Yeah, but
The Moguls.
the basic point of this is the Goyim. The Talmud basically says that you can fuck over the Goyim. You can do horrible and horrendous
There's
things.
like parts of it that say, basically, you can break a deal with a person that's not Jewish.
Mhm.
So if we made a business deal,
Mm-hmm. And you
Right.
were Jewish and I wasn't Jewish.
I could screw you out of it.
Exactly.
Why? Because you're not Jewish. But
Yeah.
if you're Jewish, I can't.
Right.
You can't marry a non-Jew.
Right.
You can have sex with one though.
Sure.
Forcible sex too.
Yeah, you can rape, and it's
Yeah.
again.
Killing.
Oh no, I know.
Killing a goy is
Killing,
like
yeah.
sacrificing cattle.
Yeah, it's
Like shit like that.
It's seen in the eyes of God to them as basically you're killing or sacrificing an animal, which
Yeah.
again, we do that all the time, and they do it all the time in Gaza. So these people are demonic, are they not?
This is why I don't want the Pope from Jerusalem.
There's going to be a Pope in
Yeah.
Jerusalem? I want the black Pope, dude. Give me the black Pope.
that makes the most sense.
I want the black pope. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
Like,
Where's he from?
I said that from the beginning.
Yeah.
That I wanted the black pope just because, like,
It would make the most sense.
you take an Ethiopian Christian and compare it to an American Christian, even a Romanian Christian. That Ethiopian Christian is going to be
Much more strict.
1,000 times more devout than any other.
No gay.
You are gay.
No gay.
Hell.
Yeah.
That's racism.
Immediate cancellation. Anyway, bro. Yeah, Talmud. Also, Israel follows the Talmudic. I forgot what it was called.
Talmudic teachings.
Yeah, Talmudic
whatever.
something.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's teachings or whatever. Basically, it's their way of waging
It's the doctrine.
war.
It's
their way of
doctrine.
waging war. Kind of like how Muslims have the laws of jihad, right? But the laws of jihad are super.
This is good
The laws
content.
of jihad are
I thought
super.
those weren't a part of your religion. That was like,
The laws of jihad?
It's an aspect.
so like,
No, it's not just an aspect. It's a part of our religion. We have certain ways that we wage
No,
war.
like not the whole book isn't about jihad. It is a.
It
is
definitely
a,
tells you how to go to war, though.
Yeah,
because there's
if
an
you-
ethical way to go
and
to
then
war.
people have taken that book and taken it and turned it into what is now jihad.
Yeah. Like that's what you
no,
hear.
jihad is mentioned in the Quran.
No, that's what he's
There's
saying.
no-
That's
no,
what he's
no,
saying.
no.
What I'm stating is people have taken scripture texts and now have turned them into like things that
Yeah.
ISIS uses to do jihad.
Here's ISIS.
But it's not the same jihad because they've taken
It's
it
not
and
the
they've
jihad of the
changed
Prophet.
things. Yes.
Listen,
That was my question.
this is ISIS's ideology. I'm gonna break it down to you and it's easy to break down too. Jihad. What does it say? Right? You can defend
to
yourself.
the west.
You can defend yourself, and you defend yourself against the what do they call them? Infidels. Infidels, right? They kind of have a similar teaching to the Jews where they're like, this part of the world is ours. This is our part of the world. So anyone who tries to live in this part of the world is infiltrating it.
Right.
And we have a right to follow the laws of jihad, which means you can defend your land.
Which, I mean, I don't blame them.
No, you can blame them because that land,
No.
all they're doing is killing other Muslims that they see as non-Muslims.
Okay, the
Yeah.
concept of these people have invaded our land.
You talking about like Americans when
Yes.
they invaded?
Not just Americans.
But in this example,
But
It
that's,
would
in
be-
this example, I'm talking about Americans, where Americans have now invaded a land. If somebody showed up to your house one day and just waltzed in and said, we're occupying this
no,
now.
you should be able to shoot that motherfucker.
and they did in Iraq.
And so that, I don't blame them on that aspect. But then taking it and turning it into what it is now
Yeah.
is a completely different thing than what
That's
it
a
was.
whole different loophole that we could get into.
But that's a whole
and we will
different
get
thing
into
than
it
what it
because-
was originally.
The,
on top of
the
that.
true teachings of jihad in comparison to ISIS doesn't follow because in jihad you're not allowed to mutilate the body. What do ISIS do? They mutilate the
Cut the
body.
head.
Yeah, they cut the head. That's mutilation.
Yeah.
That goes against the laws of jihad.
Yeah.
You can't.
Gotta love me is.
If you take over a town, right? Let's say some sort of Islamic conquest or so.
Right.
You can't just automatically take the woman as yours.
Yeah. Which
That's-
was done a lot.
That's
by
against the laws of jihad.
When the Americans invaded Iraq, when the Americans invaded, what's it called?
When ISIS invaded Iraq, they were taking
Is there
people's
Down
women, killing the men, taking the women as their wives.
What would a
Can't
Down
do that.
syndrome ISIS member sound like?
Just the regular.
It's just a regular ISIS
This is just a
member.
regular.
Yeah.
He wouldn't say Allah Akbar weird.
They probably have some way to say it.
Remember those autistic Shias? Like,
Just a regular Shia.
They still do this. They don't do.
But anyway,
It's disrespectful.
the
I'm
laws
sorry.
of jihad, I know a couple
It's all
of
jokes, brother.
I'm not joking.
guys. Please lock
Bro's
in.
being serious.
Please lock
Sorry.
in.
Yeah.
The laws of jihad, there's like a couple that say, you can't take women as your own. Women, you cannot, they're not property. You can't take them as property.
Right.
Right? You can't,
Real American.
you can't, if you take somebody's land, they're allowed to preserve their faith. You can't kill priests. You can't kill holy men.
Right.
You can't, You can't kill animals. You can't burn it down. There's like
There are rules.
those type of laws.
It is.
And then you turn to the Talmud, which is almost the exact opposite of the laws of jihad. I don't think Christians have any laws of war. No. There's none.
No.
There's none in Christianity.
It is why
in
they
Judaism
call it
and
the
in
peaceful
Islam,
religion.
we have
Yeah, we
laws
don't
of
go to war.
Yeah. And so the Talmud is just the exact opposite.
Yeah.
You can, as long as they're goy women and goy men, you're free to do whatever you want.
And
It's
again,
just-
You must establish your faith
Yeah.
on the others.
There's no
You
real-
can take a woman, if induce her for her body, as long as she's goyim, as long as she's not.
There's no
Non-Jew.
real
Yeah.
laws for war because Jesus never went to war.
Yeah,
of course.
So there would never be
That's
a
the
need.
teaching.
His
Just the
war was against
Crusades.
the
The Crusades
Romans
were.
and the Jews.
People say it was because of religion, but a lot of it.
No, that.
It was
wasn't.
land.
Yeah, it was land.
It had everything to do with land.
Yeah, 100%.
What do you mean? It was literally trying to take over Jerusalem, the Holy Land,
Yeah.
because they thought that's
the
where,
land that is holy.
right. That's where they thought Jesus was going to come back.
But it was more of a, oh, this land is pristine, and this land, we would want this land to be ours. More of, oh, this is the land of.
I think I know why Christians got involved. I'm not sure why the Muslims got involved.
What do you mean? In the Muslims lived there.
They for the same
Muslims
reason.
live there.
Well, the idea was that it was Christian land at one point.
No, it was never Christian land.
It was.
It was Christian
At one
land.
point,
At
but
Before
one
the
point.
Crusades. Before
And
the
Before the
Crusades.
Crusades,
No, that's
it
what I'm
was Muslim
saying.
land.
It was, but that's the point of the Crusades, was that they said that
Taking it over.
it was Christian land that then was invaded by Muslims. So then the Christians came back to claim it as their land, which then caused the Crusades of the wars, and then it still ended up being Muslim territory because the Christians didn't want it.
I'm not sure, but I do.
Shout
I
out
think I do agree with you
Saladin.
because there's obviously Jesus was
Saladin.
there. One of the most important churches in the world is still there and was there. You're not familiar with that? Yeah, one of the first
The
churches.
Vatican?
No, not the
No,
Vatican.
the Vatican is
very
even that
demonic.
old.
It's very demonic. If you guys
Not
look
even
into
that
it.
old.
The Vatican's
It's
the
old.
first church after Jesus, not one that Jesus preached in.
There's older churches in Ethiopia, bro.
Yes, the first one after Jesus' death,
Ah,
where it was the
it was the
continuation of the apostles, is the Vatican.
I was gonna say there's a way to look this up, but whatever.
I can look it up.
Please, let's just look up where. What's the oldest church in the world? And I'm pretty sure it's in Ethiopia. And then, if you don't mind, after that, seeing when
It's in
was
Syria.
yeah, when was the church in Jerusalem built? Silence is violence. Dude, I'm really feeling them right now.
Bro, me too.
Pussy. We can keep talking.
Ted Krasinski just popped up on my phone.
I love that guy, Ted Kaczynski. A lot of people don't know about
Bro's
Ted
gonna get on
Kaczynski is
a
that he was
fucking
right.
watch list.
He was right the entire time.
He's gonna get on a watch list.
Bro, it's too late.
Yeah, it's
We
way
were
too late.
already
We're
talking about
cooked.
Jews and fucking
Yeah.
We're cooked.
geopolitics or whatnot.
Are you familiar with Ted Kaczynski, right?
No
The
idea.
Unabomber?
Oh yeah, I know about the bomber.
Bro didn't know who Ted Krasinski
He was involved in MK Ultra.
the mega.
Yes.
Man, there's a lot of
Mega
prominent
Doe-
figures that
Mega
came out of
Dude
that
Church.
project.
Sorry.
The Megiddo Church, discovered within the confines of a maximum security prison in Israel, is considered the oldest known. I'm having a lot of shit going. It's considered the oldest known purpose-built church in the Holy Land in the 3rd or early 4th century.
But it's like an important church.
If you say so.
Dude, it's your religion. Stand up for
I've never
yourself.
heard of it before. That's why I
over
said
here for like-
if you say so.
I'm over here be like, dude, that's a holy place. You know, it shouldn't be fucked with. It shouldn't be disturbed. He's like, ah.
You're like, oh, it's whatever.
Yeah.
I've never heard of it.
Oh my god. Oh. It's all right though. We're not perfect. None of us are.
we're all made in God's
The Vatican's 400 years old.
Yeah,
Yeah,
not
they're
that
not
old.
even that old.
Yeah, I think my grandpa's 400 years old.
Yeah, they're
300 AD. The site itself's almost 1700 years old.
What?
Oh,
The site of the Vatican?
Yes.
But what does that mean?
The
Was it-
physical church wasn't established until 333
What was it before
AD.
church?
so it's been a thing for
But
700
the
years.
Vatican itself, the city, was a place
Yeah.
in Rome.
Right, but what was
It's
it?
always been a place.
Right, but
It was
what-
a city.
It was just a regular
It
city?
was just a city.
Uh-huh, okay. So it wasn't like holy or nothing.
No. The only thing that makes it holy is that it traces to the apostles.
Mm-hmm. They lived there, they did business there.
They set up the church.
400
there.
years ago.
Yes.
Got it. Ted Kaczynski. Like I said, he was involved in the MK Ultra studies, and you know who else was involved in MK Ultra studies? Charles Manson.
Mm-hmm.
You familiar with Charles Manson?
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
What a drastic change. Oh, the Vatican. Oh, this guy that mailed some bombs.
Tone it down, Tyler. You're peaking.
I'll fix it later.
I'll fix it in post. But MK Ultra's real studies, proven scientific, and if you're not familiar, it's where they dosed a lot of quote-unquote Johns, which just means regular people, and they dosed them with LSD, a lot of LSD. And the reason they did it is because they were scared that the Soviets were already doing it and trying to find ways to basically get into like super weird shit.
Keep going. I'm not talking about you.
I don't mind. So,
I'll send it to you.
MK Ultra studies.
It's too late now.
A lot of people don't know this, but Charles Manson was involved in them, and the Unabomber was involved with them. And the guy, the Unabomber Ted Kaczynski, was a regular dude before he went there. He was actually a pretty smart dude.
He was a professor.
He was a professor at one of the most prestigious universities in the world. Is it raining?
Yeah, I think so.
That's beautiful. I love
It's so peaceful in here when it rains.
Bro, tight setup. What was I? Oh, Ted Kaczynski.
He was a normal dude. He just taught a class.
Yeah.
And he just thought that technology was ruining people.
Which it
so
is.
he moved out to a cabin in like the middle of nowhere and would bike 30 minutes in to go to class. And he'd always lecture his kids on how like technology is ruining the world and whatever.
Did he have kids?
No. He didn't have kids. I'm talking about
Kids
his
in-
college
yeah,
kids.
lectures. Yes.
And he'd just be like, technology's ruining the world, da 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 da.
Yes.
And over time, where he was expanded. And so eventually there was a bunch of construction sites around his cabin in the middle of nowhere, where it was in the middle of nowhere no more. And that's when he started like freaking out and being real weird.
Yeah.
And he started writing letters to like different government agencies where he was like, I'm gonna bomb it.
Yeah,
and
if you don't stay away.
a whole bunch of stuff. And like he ended up sending probably it was like 20 bombs to different people, or like it would be, this person is talking about this, or this was this person that does that. And like it's just real bizarre, but it probably went on for 5 or 10 years.
Sure, yeah.
That he was sending 2-3 bombs a year to these people, and like they would never know who it was because he planned everything out.
Yeah.
He knew they'd look at the bomb, so he made it so there's a bunch of like fake shit that didn't actually happen.
Do you know how he got caught?
I do know how he actually got caught up. So he put a bomb on a domestic airplane that was gonna go, I forget where it was gonna fly. I think it left San Antonio. But the bomb didn't go off.
Wow.
It just started smoking. And so then the plane landed, and the plane landed because they thought something was wrong with the plane. And when the FBI came and discovered the bomb, they found all the signatures because the bomb didn't go off. So it was still there. And so like they got closer to him. I forgot how they like kind of tracked him down.
It was
from the
his
bomb.
brother. His brother came out.
That's after this.
Yeah.
So I don't know how exactly they tracked him down, but I know they were in contact with him where they were saying, hey, we kind of know who you are, but they didn't.
Didn't have a lot of
And
evidence.
so then he was like, well, I have more bombs I'm going to send. And they were like, well, don't send those bombs. And he was like, the only way I'll stop sending bombs is if you guys publish my manifest.
Oh, wow.
And so that's how his manifest got to the FBI, and the FBI published it. And this is on everybody's, newspapers where they're like, oh, the Unabomber has stopped bombing people because they put his manifest out.
Uh-huh.
And that's where his brother then is reading the manuscript and goes,
That's my brother.
yeah, because he said it's like, there's the saying you can't have your cake and eat it too.
Yeah.
And he's saying you can eat your cake
And have it, something like that.
and can't have it. Like he's basically saying it's a double whatever.
An entendre or something.
Where like it's a double negative where you can't say you can't have it and you can't eat it. It's either you eat it or you can't have it.
He was a real grammar
And
Nazi.
yeah, you get what I mean? And his brother was like, my brother gets on people real weird for that. And as he's like reading it, and he like pulls up old letters that his brother sent him, and he's comparing them, and he's like, I think my brother's the Unabomber.
Yeah,
And so
that's
he
hilarious.
calls the FBI, and they like
Yeah.
are like, oh. And they go and arrest Ted Krasinski, and like when they're searching his house, they find the document, and it's like bar for bar, word for word,
Yeah,
the
the
exact manifest.
The typewriter
but
he
it's,
used.
but it's from like
Damn.
10 years before the manifest was written, and so like it was just a regular paper he wrote as a professor.
Yeah.
Bro was bizarre.
To say the least. But again, all these things happened. Like the reason he went crazy is because of the MK Ultra stuff. Like they dosed him with high levels of LSD, which if you do
But,
that
like,
to anybody, will
okay.
fuck them up forever.
I was thinking on that. Do you remember when that dad killed his wife and 3 kids here
Which
in
dad?
Louisville? This was like 2 years ago.
Okay.
I do. There was 3 other murders in the United States where the exact same thing happened.
Interesting.
Dad came home, murders his wife and kids. 3 different separate
Wow.
areas of the United States.
Unconnected. Like
Unconnected. And everyone said, bro was a family man. We don't know what happened. Like, he just snapped one day apparently and killed all his kids and his
Right.
wife and himself.
right.
So I saw a theory when that came out that the CIA had done MK Ultra stuff, and those were sleeper agents that got triggered and just murdered everybody.
That's fucking crazy.
Holy shit. So they're still doing it. Oh my god. Because every single time like the government would come out, or not the government, but people would come out against the government for the MK Ultra stuff, they'd be like, well, no, I mean, all the people that used to do it are now dead.
It's
So
semi been proven. I mean, like, to what point does a human being break? Like, so if the CIA can plant things in your house and there's sounds and noises and you think people are following you and now you hear noises at night and you see things that turn on and off that weren't on and off and
Oh,
things
wow.
now move where they weren't, how long will that go on before you mentally are like, I don't know what the fuck's going on,
Yeah, you're
and
like,
you
am I
start
crazy?
freaking the fuck out? Because that's what I'm pretty sure they've done to multiple human beings.
yeah.
And so who's to say that they don't just into your water supply to your house?
Sure. Sure.
And now you're doing DMT and they're in your house and they're making noises and testing you and watching, and you don't know.
Yeah.
But it's the government.
Yeah. And again, when we say government, I don't mean like the fucking...
No, I mean the U.S. government.
Yeah, no, but there's
The
aspects
United
of the
States government, the
It's not
Federal
like,
Bureau of Investigations, the CIA.
Yeah, and it's not, again, not the CIA. It's aspects of the CIA. They're called like cowboys, where these guys are just like black site level projects. They get funding. They're
Who
like,
do you think runs the deep state?
na, dun, 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 dun,
No, what government organization? I don't mean what nationality of group do you think funds the deep state?
I didn't say nothing.
You're just singing a fun song.
Yeah.
You didn't answer my question.
I'm
Though.
sorry. Repeat the question. I was Jewed out.
So what government organization? You just said. Okay, never mind.
Repeat it, please. I'm sorry.
He said he didn't say anything, but then just said he Jewed out.
Come on, Tyler. Who are you working for?
He's a Jew.
We've established this.
No, I said, what government agency do you think runs the deep state? Runs, protects. Do you get what I mean? Like somebody
Yes.
protects and serves the deep state itself. I don't think the FBI does it because
No.
of how they're based solely in the United States. The
Okay.
CIA has the ability to do whatever, wherever.
I believe a lot of it is industry. Raytheon,
Bro, things BlackRock.
BlackRock, Skunk Works, all of these industrialized like Warhawks companies. These guys don't have to release what they're doing. They get funding by the government. A lot of our technology comes from them. But again, the thing with the government is it's like every 4 to 8 years we have a new guy, and it's hard to be, high level deep state when you're getting replaced every 8 years and you got to give the new guy a spiel. These guys are career long politicians. These guys are in there since their 40s and then until they die. That's what I believe a lot of the deep state is. It's these quote unquote companies and industries who,
But the deep state is like people that don't necessarily work for the government.
no,
like,
but they're
so
affiliated with the
What I mean
government.
by like protecting and serving is like, so the Secret Service protects and serves the president.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it tends to have to do with everything about the president, not only his physical safety,
Right.
but all the other aspects of safety. It's the same thing with the deep state. The deep state does not have government, like your career politician is not going to be in the deep state. It's just not.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're already a politician. That's a public face of the deep state.
Right.
The president is probably, like, if they are in the deep state, they're super low level.
Yeah,
in
it's
the
like
deep state.
affiliated.
Where, like, the people that actually run the deep state
Mm-hmm.
are, like you said, the hedge funds of BlackRock and, like, the owners of those things. The people who
Warhawks, yeah.
control, like, shit ton of shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're not career politicians. These
No.
are business people who are serving their best business interests
Yeah.
by manipulating the U.S. government
Right.
to get the best outcome for themselves.
Sure. Yes. That's a great distinction.
So whoever protects and serves that is from the government.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I think it would be the FBI or the CIA if you had to choose which one would protect or serve that entity.
Or the interest of that entity. Yeah.
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 It'd probably be CIA because it's worldwide, not just stateside.
Yeah.
Elon Musk is a fucking lizard, and he controls the government, bro, and he's a fucking alien.
To the same point that I just made, that there's no need for him to be a face in politics if he was to control a higher stake in the deep state, because you wouldn't want any ties to the government if you were controlling
kidding.
the outcome.
This dude,
Elon's just
there's
like
definitely a person higher than Elon.
100%. There's a person higher than
100%, and then nobody knows about this person.
Yes.
At
yes.
all.
the president
You can't
always
even
answers
track him down.
somebody's phone call.
Yeah.
Elon is a lot of people like hate him and whatever, but
He's a distraction.
he's not just.
That's what he is. He's a distraction, bro.
But he's looking out for his own best interests.
Mm-hmm.
He runs multiple companies who need funding, need government
Elon
research
is
approval.
not looking out for his own best interest.
What are you talking about?
If Elon were looking out for his own best interest, he'd have somebody else running his Twitter page. He wouldn't be making public, outward-facing decisions. He would pass that off to somebody else. He'd have a PR person. It's the same thing with Trump, where, like, if Trump didn't have the secretary that comes out, the pretty little white girl, the blonde lady,
Yeah.
and, like, speak the facts and actually present a PR statement, it'd be a shit show.
Of course.
It's the same thing with Elon. If Elon had a PR person, you'd get a totally different side of Elon.
Right.
It's like pre-Kanye, before he fires everybody, he's making normal statements, you know what I mean? Because he has a PR team. And then he fires everybody, and he has no PR team, and he just spits whatever the fuck he wants to, and it's like,
But
what the fuck are you talking about?
what I mean is, I'm talking about, like, for him to do the things he needs to do, obviously, like with the space stuff and, you know, his, like, new projects, he needs government approval. A lot of it is government approval. And
Yes.
if he buddies up with Trump and, you know, real nice to Trump, Mr. Trump, you know, can you please approve this? Can you please give me funding and approve this new research thing? We need to get to space, and we're going to harvest the fucking meteor. He can't just do that by himself. Obviously, there's government regulation. And the best way to bypass that government regulation is if you're in the ear of the president telling him, it's like, it'd be great, you know, for national interest if you send $3 billion to my company.
That is very Elon Musk moment confirmed.
Do you know who Lil Darky is?
No.
You don't know
I do.
Lil Darky?
He's a rapper.
I love Lil Darky. Have
Who's
you
Lil
heard of
Darky?
Holocaust? Bro, I don't want to get content claimed, but the song's hard. I might play other music on top of this.
Hey guys, let's do one.
What?
No, I didn't know that.
Some people's are orange, some people's are green, some people are yellow. You didn't know this?
Mine's like yellowish.
Mine's is oranger.
Yeah, mine's more orangish.
Everybody has a different color.
Let me get this shit like an Afghan.
This is nothing. Worst person on Reddit. Comcast.
The one views me.
Damn, boy.
I'm gonna take that away.
And that's recording.
I did a blinker. You did too? Oh, hell yes.
Internal blinker?
Mine's still inside. What are you trying to go band for band? You lose.
Trying to go B for B. Blinker for Blinko.
You ready, bud?
Wow. This guy smoked
Yeah,
weed in
yeah.
school.
There's no way.
Yeah, he took a
You
blink.
just fucking.
Yeah, it was a blinker.
He's
He's
zeroed
on
in.
the pod.
His lungs absorbed everything.
Okay, let's get to it.
Bro, I took blinkers in Catholic school in class. Trust.
Catholic school, bro.
God gave me the
Imagine you're in
gift.
Muslim school. Islamic school.
There is no such thing except for like little kids.
There is.
I had Islamic school.
There's like a charter Islamic school.
Yeah.
I guarantee there
But it's
is.
not
There's
real
probably
school.
there's probably
No, it's
two or
school.
there's probably
It's
two
school,
or
but
three.
it's school just only solely based off the Islam and its teachings.
No. They teach like
No,
actual
no, 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 no.
curriculums.
This would be so like the best way to think of a Catholic school is like normal school with religion.
Yeah.
You have a religion class. I took kindergarten through 8th grade, freshman year to senior year,
Yeah.
theology every single year.
Instead of recess, you just learn about God.
No, you go to recess too. It's just an extra subject. Instead of having like home ed, you have
Homosexual.
theology.
Homosexual ed.
Anti-homosexual ed.
Bro, Ed's a homosexual.
And it's called theology because like it's the study of three gods.
We had Bible history at Front Creek.
Oh.
Or that blinker bugged me up.
I think if put them up, he's turning into a sinner.
We had Bible
It's the study of all
history.
three.
We had Bible history in Fern Creek, and it was so dope. They taught us about Enuma Elish. That's how I found out about the Anunnaki creation myth.
Really?
Yeah.
We learned
Like-
about Mesopotamia too, but
Yeah.
just like the historical aspect.
Explaining Catholic school to somebody is so bizarre. Like, you could never understand.
Was there like not to be offensive, but was there like a little raping going on?
No.
No raping.
Not okay. Not at my school when I was there. Okay, very specifically. Not at my school, and not when I was there.
Right.
My best friend, however, he went to
Don't say the school.
No, it does that.
You went to a
one
different
over in
please
St. Matthew's. It's another Catholic school. It's a grade school.
Trinity.
What happened was their priest took pictures of their like yearbook photo
Oh wow.
and like cut it out and then like photoshopped it onto like guys with their like dick out and shit, and then he got caught up. This is all public knowledge.
First of all.
Okay, and then I have another one. No, there's more.
Hold on, but, please, before you go on, first, he's an idiot. He's an idiot because he could have waited a couple of years longer. With AI now, you can just
you wanna
crop
know
the
the
person's
crazy-
picture into like a naked video. Like you can make the person. You can do like weird shit. I've heard allegedly, of course.
You're talking about children, brother.
What?
Yes, these are
talking
children.
about children?
These are children. We're talking about children. This guy took pictures of
It
children.
was a grade school, not a high school.
This is a grade school.
I thought you were talking about like college.
No.
type situation.
These are like fourth graders.
That's not good.
Let's skip this.
Yeah, that's
No,
not good.
you asked.
No,
you
this-
asked.
You kept going.
Okay, there's more. There's more.
Not a good segment.
This is not very Sigma of you, Tyler. Whoa.
Oh, alright, there's more. But priests always misbehave, bro.
Yeah.
It's a weird thing.
A
This
lot
is
of-
why I really like. I want to go to church. I want to go to church a lot. I think about it a lot. But it's just an issue of where does the church as an organization and the Catholicism as a religion, where do those end and where do those begin?
Yeah.
Because they seem very overlined nowadays, where it's like you have to pay for the church and the church doesn't do anything for you in return.
Yeah, well, you're not supposed to expect anything.
No, I'm not saying that you respect anything, but why? Bro, I could go on for days. These people, these priests get away for things for
Sure.
days.
Yeah.
Like, it's...
Come to Islam. It's been the same way since how long? 1400
But
years?
my belief in Jesus has never changed. My belief in God has never changed because of
something
these
cool, though?
things. It's just, why would I go and try and be with that group of people?
And I'll let you go on, but do you think God is going to accept that quote unquote excuse? I'm not saying it's an excuse.
No, but I don't think God accepts those priests into heaven. Even though they've devoted their lives to Him,
Yeah.
they don't deserve a place in heaven because of the things they've done.
They're gonna get into heaven.
Granted, they've accepted God, and one would lead you to believe that, everyone gets into heaven.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a hard thing to sell too. It's like, okay,
If we have a God, He definitely goes off your character and not.
Have you been at church?
but your
Right.
character is what you do outside of the preview of everybody else.
Yeah.
Right. Interesting.
Not even your character is just based off who you are. So even who you are
Yeah,
around
but
people.
who you are isn't. So do you feel like you're the same person when you're around me and Yasir as you are around you and your girlfriends? You're the same person.
I'm the same person. I just react towards
You don't put a filter on or put a mask on.
Is there something
you
that
don't,
switches?
You don't change a little bit about yourself where it's like
I can't be as vulgar. I can't be as
I can't be as
Republican,
vulnerable. I
as
can't
red
be
pill.
do this. I can't be do that. That's what I mean by you put on a mask. You put on a filter.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot what I was talking about, but that's what you do.
Right.
And I don't remember.
It's okay. Yeah, there's a lot of pedophiles out there, guys. Don't do it. It's bad. It's bad, dude. God's watching. Come on.
Shout out to all early 2000s Minecraft YouTubers.
I thought he was gonna say shout out to all the pedophiles, but he did shout out.
I just shouted out on the pedophiles.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about, Tyler. I mean, that's not what I'm talking about, Tyler.
Not good.
This is not good.
It was just an obscure reference.
I got a question for all the people that we know, and this is for Ahmad, really.
Do you know any pedophiles?
No.
Huh?
But I was gonna ask this. Who do you think is most likely to go into the pedophile range? Because I'm gonna bleep the name, but it's his quote. I'm gonna describe him. He has face tattoos. And you
Chandler.
know, come on, dude.
I didn't say his name.
He did it again. He did it again. He did. Hey, if you're watching this.
I said. Did you hear what I said?
What?
I said Chandler.
Oh,
Michael
No.
UFC contender Michael Chandler.
Put in
If you are watching this, we love you. We just
You think he's gonna go to the
He's not
pedophile
gonna
range?
watch this.
he can watch this. This can be clipped.
I'm bleeping all of the names that just got dropped.
I know, but I
You
describe.
could drop a whole bunch of names right now. I'd go. It's everything's getting bleeped that you say.
Don't say the N word, dude. We don't.
What names you got?
No, he said
It's getting bleeped anyway.
You know those people with like the voice.
What is that noise?
It's me. This right. That's my pussy.
Bro's dick is wiggling.
I'm playing with my pussy.
Ain't no way his dick wiggling.
What are you doing? Oh,
I be playing with my
it's
pussy.
sandal.
Dick wiggling right now.
It's chocolate.
My fault, y'all. My dick was wiggling.
You guys want to see my sandal?
You got that shit on. I got that shit on too.
Look at that. What are we in 2017, Tyler? Get it together. These are high class trucker sandals or Crocs, really.
Bomba clot.
Bomba clot that pussy,
Bro
bro.
got the alligator Crocs.
Bomba clot.
But when I do it, it's racist.
I'm not making fun of black people.
Yeah, you was just making
I wasn't
noise.
making fun of black people.
I'm making fun of Jamaicans who aren't black. I know black. I Jamaican.
Bro, no, Jamaicans are still black. Dominicans are the ones that aren't black. I know black, I'm Dominican. It's the wrong one.
I know black, I Dominican.
I know black.
Caribbeans, they're all the same.
No.
Nah, I fuck with Caribbeans a lot. Rihanna's Caribbean.
But when I say it,
It's different, and we all know why it's different. Because there's a tone, there's a racial tone behind your kind of people.
It's like you're saying it in like
Oh,
a
shit.
discriminative way.
Bro, you sounded just like one of them. There ain't no way, boy. Bro turned
bro, I need to
into,
get you a pair of glasses.
bro turned into one. He liberaled out.
I've always been
He
a liberal.
transformed.
I'm not very liberal, but
I clicked
Don't-
something on this on accident.
let me
It's on the lower, you're good.
let me speak.
Bro, how long before that joke gets old?
Which one?
When I say it.
What does he say? What
But
do I
when
say?
I say it.
I'm gonna keep these on. I like the way I sound, bro. Let's get real sexy and monotone for y'all.
And Ahmad's the narcissistic one.
Yeah, that's not narcissistic.
You want to hear it?
Yeah.
Listen
do
to
it.
that.
Ahmad's not narcissistic. He's over here on his phone. 90% of the time,
Listen,
he's
guys,
watching his
we're
own
doing
Instagram story.
We're doing
He's
ASMR.
watching himself.
We're doing ASMR today. We're going to really get deep into the problem of your situation.
Yo, this shit does sound very crazy. It sounds like if we were in a cave.
Really?
Yeah.
We should all wear headphones.
This is making me geek so bad.
Really? Wow.
Nightmare.
Nightmare scenario.
Really? Wow.
We're just fucking around. What do you guys been? Let's talk about something. What's going on?
Are you asking the camera?
No, I'm kind of looking over there and looking over here.
Are you asking us? We're the only thing over there.
Those are the same people. I'm asking those guys who are us. We're watching ourselves. If you didn't know, there's a fucking TV screen of the previous podcast. We always do that.
Did you hear that? I smacked myself in the head.
White people love hurting themselves. And it's always for attention.
I've got to put the shit on and just listen to yourself. This is fucking hilarious.
Bro, what do you think I do when I edit?
Yeah, he's just listening to
I literally listen to the same voice clips over and over and over. Like, okay, bleeping your audio is literally breaking down each frame, so I hear your voice broken down to each frame.
Mm-hmm. It's beautiful.
It sounds like I'm watching a video. That's exactly what it sounds like. This is video.
But this isn't even
This
like
is video type sound.
So yeah, this is
Put
what.
this on?
Hang on.
Put this
no,
on
put it back
and-
on.
I'll put it on. Give me this shit.
No, let me put this shit on.
Here, let me listen. Actually.
Bro, it sounds crazy. It makes you trip extra real bad. Like, does this not make you trip extra?
No, there's so much background noise, and this sounds terrible. There's so much reverb.
Yeah, but it doesn't sound like real life, which is crazy.
I'd love
But
to
we're
hear it,
talking in
actually.
real life.
Like,
It
you
doesn't
just, it's a
sound like
playback.
real
It's a
life.
Okay,
playback.
I've
You're
got-
hearing yourself talk.
I just left Audacity where our voices were like pitch perfect, compressed audio. This sounds
Yeah.
so wrong.
It's the raw. It's raw.
It's super,
Listen
like
to
I can
this.
hear it bouncing off the wall in front of me and like coming back, and then there's peaks where it's really, really good, and then there's times where it's really reverby.
you need to
Does that
stop.
sound nasty?
We have to cut it out. Bro, we're
I
still
know,
on the pod.
there's so much we have to cut out. It's okay. It doesn't even matter.
No,
at
give it
this
to
point. No, please.
I'll give it back.
I want to hear what that's
No, what? This is staying in. What do you mean?
It's okay. It's fine. It's whatever.
What's going on, guys?
Even if this stays in.
I'm a trucker now. If you didn't know that.
What does that sound like?
I might even cut the part before
should caption
where the
this.
lights turned off.
Pussy.
Geeked out.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be a whole. I'm still trying to think
genre
of like.
video.
So I've been trying to think of a name for like when we trip and do the cast. It's like or a
We need to
name
give
for
it
that. You
specific
know what I
names,
mean?
Yeah.
Sorry, speak again.
A name for
The
when you're
Tripcast.
tripping in a group
Tripcast, that's
or doing a podcast. Do you get what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because this isn't just a regular Kimcast. When the lights came out, I started tripping extra hard.
Why are you giving it to me, dude? Why did I reach for it? Oh my god.
Oh damn! I just hit it.
Oh my
Bro,
god, dude.
Bro.
This is
This is Tripcast.
This is Comcast
its
After
own
Dark,
fucking
bro.
Thing.
yeah.
Comcast After Dark when the lights went out. It's just the studio lights. It's Comcast After Dark.
Bro,
We're all fucking
hold on.
shroomed
Hold
out.
on. I'm not shroomed down. Listen,
I love
hit the
this.
vape and then listen to it. Just
Sounds crazy.
just listen to it.
What does it sound like?
It sounds like
Yeah.
Yeah. And you shouldn't do that, man. That's vaping is bad for you, man.
Should I get sound deadening for here?
Huh?
Sound deadening?
Yeah, like those little.
No, it's okay. I was thinking about this. So I get shower thoughts.
People can hear that.
Like people can hear that, brother.
disgusting.
Stop doing
Brother, you're
it.
ruining the audio for the video. Take these off.
Oh no!
You've lost the privilege.
You've lost it.
I just wanted to see what that shit sounds like.
So I get shower thoughts. I don't know if anybody else does, but
Yeah,
that's
of
where I
course.
get my most like productive thoughts. And I was thinking we could put a green screen over top of the windows and flip the thing around, and then we have more of a backdrop.
Wouldn't the green screen be better here?
But that's what I was thinking. We could put whatever we wanted there. So we could put windows there, but it could display whatever.
Oh.
Like it could be like nighttime in Tokyo. Or like, do you get what I mean?
But that'd be better here because the camera's
No, but then it would look real weird because we're like, you could tell it was a green screen.
Of course, we're not in fucking Tokyo. They're gonna know it's a green screen.
Bro, this is the thing though. Have you seen the streamers that like? Have you seen the fridge meme?
Yeah. It's not a real fridge. What's behind the fridge?
What's in the fridge? What's in the fridge? And then he goes over to the fridge, and it's a fucking.
It's a cardboard
cutout fridge. It's not a real fridge. It just left it there until the day that somebody asked him what's in the fridge.
Yeah.
Peak comedy. That's humor right there.
That's a historical moment in the internet, honestly.
But then we can put whatever.
Speed went
But
to
then it's
China.
like Windows.
Speed did go to China, and another fact: Speed went to Mongolia.
Mangari.
The
But
motherland.
when I do it.
Come on, Tyler. We all know there's a difference.
But when
I need to
I do
explain it to
it's
you.
racist.
A Mongolian throat singing. You can put that.
You need a smoker's throat.
You just gotta suck a lot of dick.
I can't do it.
You probably
can't
can't
suck
do it. They
dick.
can hear you, dummy.
Did you say you can't suck dick? Did you say you can't suck dick?
Wait,
I can't
suck
Mongolian throat
dick?
sing.
This
This is disgusting. You guys are all
And he
disgusting.
just goes and looks at me and he goes,
Shit ever.
I can't do it. And then looks back and I'm like, bro, what? I had to clarify.
Yo, is sucking dick a sin? Not
Yes.
for guys, though. I'm talking about for
Yes.
ladies. Of course, it's a sin for guys.
Wait, yes. Yeah, any form of premarital like sex is
But if you're married, you can do it.
yeah.
What about the Mormons? You know, they're not supposed to have sex, but they have somebody pushing them.
I know nothing about Mormons, brother. I don't want to know. I don't like them.
Mormons are very racist. You know how they believe, like, how black people came to be?
Spawn of gay.
A lot of white girls that are blonde are racist.
Oh yeah.
Tyler's favorite.
Yeah.
Tyler's the
That
light.
is Tyler's type.
It's call him Tyler's
He
the light.
loves blonde girls.
Yeah.
Or
And who
the-
doesn't? Who doesn't? Blonde girls are. They have like their own. Like when I was a kid, it was like, dude, like if you
It's because
ever
you looked
seen a
at
blonde.
Barbies.
I didn't fucking look at Barbies.
I did.
This guy's looking at Barbies.
But like all the
Jerking off in the Barbie movie.
No. Think about this. There's a bunch of tall, blonde Victoria's Secret models.
Yeah.
Like early 2000s when you're growing up. Then think about all the animated TV shows. Granted, there was a bunch of goth girls.
Oh my god, the god.
Bro, in
girl.
Iraq, white girls are like a staple. They're like gold. When I told them I have a white girlfriend
Yeah.
and that white girls are normal in America, they were like,
Oh my god.
they're salivating.
Oh my god.
They're like,
it's King.
They're like blue eyes.
It's Gilgamesh.
blonde hair.
It's King
Bro,
Gilgamesh.
It's King Gilgamesh, bro. It's Solomon, bro.
It's Solomon.
Is
Yeah.
that what the women think about guys too? Let me go over there.
Probably. I would say so. Yeah, for
Let
sure.
me go over there.
I bet if you reverse that, it'd probably be the same. Like the Arab girls over there, they're like, oh, a fucking blonde boy with blue eyes.
Well, I told you if
That's like the beauty standard over there, bro. Because
If you-
everybody's fucking
if you came-
brown.
if-
everybody looks like me.
first of all, if you came to Morocco, obviously you'd have girls just following you from every neighborhood. But again, if you come to Morocco, you don't
There's
stop
no
wiggling
way.
that
See,
penis
I
around.
feel like that's the difference. There's like American white, and then there's me white. Like, you know what I mean?
You are American and white.
Yeah.
But think about this. There's like American tan, and that's like normal.
It's like orange.
And then there's
Yeah.
like Irish white, which are two different whites. Are they not?
Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay. You look like you'd fit in right. Like, come on. Obviously, your name is Tyler. You go to Thailand, you fit right in. You look like you're one of those dudes trying to pick up lady boys, but like, oh, I'm not into that. And we should go to Thailand, dude. I'd love to go to Thailand. Thailand costs as much as this fucking camera. I could have went to Thailand without you bitches.
Dang, but you gotta go with us.
Fuck y'all.
Dang, he's gonna go to Thailand, guys.
We should
Fuck
definitely.
out.
Fucking hell.
Like that.
Stop, that's racist.
Fuck out.
It's okay. He's brown enough.
I know.
No.
Anyway, what were we saying? Blonde in the Middle East and white is like beauty standard, but I feel like over here in America it's opposite. Do you think so?
It's weird.
It's more common.
I feel like I'm like more of a rare kind
Rarity.
of. You
So-
know what I'm saying?
This
Not
is
in
the
fucking
thing.
Versus
Michigan.
over there in Iraq.
Okay,
Like in
okay.
Iraq, I would say I'm like
Come on.
a 5 out of 10.
This is the thing you have to think about. Like, we aren't in a major city, and it's not that big of a city. So here, there's a lot of people that have been here. Do you get what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of white people in this area in Louisville.
That's what I'm saying.
In general.
Yeah.
And so, yes, I agree. But if you go and generalize the United States, I would say your population is demonstrated more than you think it is.
Rarity in Kentucky. What I mean,
It's just a rarity in our
basically,
area
what I'm
because
trying to
of
get
how
at-
weird Louisville is.
what I'm trying to get at. If you're like browner, you'd be like more seen as attractive in America. Versus
Look how
if
we're
you're
saying
brown over there,
browner,
you're the
just not
same as
darker.
everybody else. Like in Iraq, I'd say I'm a 5 out of 10, but here I'm like 7.5 out of 10.
It's the same way with me in Morocco.
So I'm that way and the other way around.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I'm getting at. Like if a dude
Cool.
like you went to one of those countries, they'd
You got
probably
my
be like,
fucking dicks.
oh, they're right
I'm fucking
here.
with you.
Anyway, if a dude his color went to like Iraq, Afghanistan,
Yeah.
he'd be like, oh my god,
It's a
this
rarity.
shit's crazy.
It's-
Look at his skin.
you-
Look at his eyes. Look at
I
his
think
hair.
you blaming it on Yassir.
Hmm?
The Knicks.
What do I've never what? What the fuck are you talking about?
This is gonna be the longest running joke in this, is it not?
This is not a joke, Tyler. I'm a recovering addict.
He's a recovering nigga. Y'all seen the fucking
Well, you
video
know
of
how
the police
gross
officer crashing
Zins
out?
are? Mod you Zin.
Yeah, I do.
I wouldn't know.
You like Zin? You want one right now?
No.
Whose Zen are these anyway?
I don't know, they're not mine, they're gross. That's why I'm getting to.
Oh, I've seen people use them.
Oh.
Ah, that's who Zin they are. Oh.
What the fuck?
The cat's out of the bag. The cat's out of the bag.
I would never. I'm not into that stuff, guys. Now this alcohol is mine. That's not alcohol. That's Powerade.
I was gonna say something.
You gotta tell you, if your parents ever see this, you gotta be like, everything's skits. Everything's a skit.
It is a skit.
Exactly.
This guy. I'm thinking I'm 4D chess right now.
This is all fake. That's not real alcohol. This isn't real weed. That's not
chess.
real nicotine. It's all fake.
It's all props.
Back to the fucking.
Everything's props. Yeah, Sears props. He's
Yeah.
made the cake. Where's the knife go?
But in like Morocco.
This is the
Oh,
cake.
damn.
This right here is the cake.
I was gonna say in Morocco, I'm like what, like a 6, right?
Yeah.
And then, well, no, I'm here. Here, I'm a 6 or 7 or whatever you want to call it. I'm not that attractive or whatever. But in Morocco, it's because of my eyes. It's a rarity. It's like you rarely see people with colored eyes, and I have like
That's what I'm
super sexy hazel eyes.
Yeah.
Falling.
The colored eyes is like a
Yeah.
one thing in Iraq.
I'm
Yeah.
Hitler Aryan, so it works out.
That's what I'm saying.
You're not Hitlerian, dude. He's Harriet.
No, he's
Harriet
Aryan.
Tubman.
Harriet Tubman.
He's Aryan.
No, he's Harrier.
No, he's Aryan. I'm Hitler Aryan.
I'm not Aryan. I'm Arab.
You're Indo-Aryan.
No.
Yeah, you are.
No.
Fucking gypsy.
Technically, we're all gypsies.
Don't try to butt into this. You're not a gypsy. You're pure.
He's a gypsy. I mean, what's the definition of a gypsy?
Me.
Nomadic.
Yeah, did we all
Bro,
left?
did you know the Amazigh language
all our
predates all
ancestors
Semitic
left
languages?
our original place.
What's that?
Did you know that?
What?
What?
I fucking found out some cool shit about your fucking
Oh, I
your
love
language,
this.
you dirty fucking
Okay.
Moroccan.
Go ahead.
Bro, do you know the
But
Amazigh
when I
language?
say,
Come on, Tyler. We all know.
Do you know the Amazigh language predates all Semitic language?
Yeah,
That's crazy.
it's older than like
That's
Sumerian.
crazy. They're like the oldest civilization.
Well, language. It's the oldest language. That's still
and
being
peoples.
used till this day.
Language and peoples.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
You didn't know this?
no, I was looking at both of you.
Yeah.
You're like a cat.
Arabic, you know Arabic isn't even that like old of a language.
No.
It's an old language, but it's like fairly recent.
I don't
question
think
is how
American or American.
Aramaic?
How old
I
is
don't
Aramaic?
think English is that old
Aramaic is
either.
old as fuck.
But Aramaic is just Arabic.
It was the first one.
It's modernized.
Whoa.
Aramaic is modernized. No.
No,
Arabic.
it predates it.
No, obviously predates it. But
Arabic is the modernized.
You in understanding when people are saying that they're elaborating on your point and not making a new point is god awful, bro.
It's
That's what he's
okay.
talking about.
It's okay.
He's elaborating on what you said and you went no.
No.
And he's like, I was agreeing with you.
But yeah, Aramaic came first, and then from Aramaic came
Hebrew,
the modern
Arabic.
Came the modern Arabic, Hebrew, ancient Sumerian,
Not
whatever.
even modern Arabic is fucking.
What is it?
It's not even real Arabic. Real Arabic is like Fusha. You ever heard of that stuff? It's the Arabic that's supposed to make us understand each other.
Huh.
Because what is modern Arabic?
I thought God
Is
rid
it
of
my
that.
Arabic? Is it the Lebanese Arabic? Jordanian? Each
Remember
person
when
has their
God
own
created different races and languages so we wouldn't be able to build the temple?
Remember God?
Yo,
when God flooded the earth.
Tower of Babel.
Yeah, you remember when God flooded the earth?
Yeah.
What if we flooded right now?
I think about that all the time. I'm like, in a flood scenario, obviously I'd be dead, but what would come after that? You think there's a Noah out there getting a message from God, building an ark? Because I know there is a Noah's Ark in Tennessee. Someone did build it.
There's one in Kentucky too.
Yeah, there's everywhere. There's Noah's Ark.
I would want to believe that there is, but he wouldn't be in America and we'd all be fucked.
Where would it be? Like
It'd be somewhere in Ethiopia,
like
like Africa.
world, yeah.
It would be in like.
no, Africa's like sea level kind of scenario. I was thinking like more the Himalayas.
I
Like
was gonna say the
It doesn't
Caucasus, maybe. The Himalayas or the Caucasus. Those are like the biggest mountains.
yeah. So you'd want to build it over there because obviously sea level's gonna rise like thousands of feet up.
Doesn't matter where you build it, brother. It's a fucking boat. It'll float. You can build it in the lowest fucking plains.
Oh
It'll
my
float
god!
up over
Oh my
top the
god! I can't believe I'm about to introduce you. Have you heard of an iceberg? Have you heard of a Titanic? Things can collide with that boat. So you really don't want to build it at sea
If
level.
it's God's will, He will will it, brother.
But it's a boat.
Yeah,
If a boat will float, it'll
could
float.
crash.
it could crash. It could collide. Somali pirates could hop in there. You never know, dude. You do
They're
not
the
want
only
to
ones that are gonna survive, bro.
Somali
Yeah,
pirates.
they're just gonna keep taking over.
That's what I was
new
kind of
fucking
confused
vessels.
about. Like,
I am no one
so
else.
in the Bible, nobody else made a boat to survive the floods.
No one else made a bigger, like a boat that big, but no one had the help from God. You know, God is
I
like,
know, I agree,
low-key
but
blessed that
like
boat.
a couple fishermen didn't
Go ahead.
survive, and then
I guarantee there was other people that survived.
Yeah, there was
other than
definitely people
Noah.
that survived.
Yeah,
I
Noah and his
don't
wife.
believe that Noah
Was the only one.
Yeah.
There's
I mean
no way.
that's what it
No,
says
it's
in the
impossible.
Bible. If we're going off that.
It doesn't.
No, it's
I
just
know
the
the Quran
only
doesn't
people that
specify
survived.
that
Yeah.
he's the only person that survived. It
We
just
just
says
knew-
that he survived.
We just knew God was
Yeah,
trying
he's
to
the one
flood
that-
the
Him and
earth.
his family survived and
Yeah.
then they repopulated.
But from what we know, that actually did happen. Like the flood did happen.
Yeah.
No,
it's called
yes,
melt
I
water
believe
will be.
the flood did
Melt
happen.
water one beat. Wow.
Melt water one.
Wow. Say that again, please. Say that.
Melt water won't be.
Wow.
The
I know.
what?
Melt water won't be
one
the
B.
actual event of Noah's
The
flood.
melt water wouldn't be?
That's
Yeah,
what
yeah,
it's
yeah. That's
the
what they.
melt water wouldn't be.
Yes,
That's what
Tyler.
it's called.
Melt water
Search
one
it
B.
up. Go ahead. There's your phone right there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And it's called the. So Graham Hancock talks about it.
That's not English, is it?
What are you talking about?
What I just said is in English.
Melt water?
water.
No, melt.
Melt water.
Melting water.
Water.
What I said was melt wombi. I said it
Wait, that's
4
you.
times.
That's you.
And you both confirmed it.
We didn't confirm. It sounds
You
similar.
said yes, that's what it is. Look it up. I was like the melt wombi, and you're like,
you
yeah,
said
but
water.
look it up.
You should listen to him, dude. You should listen to him.
I did. I listened to
You
it.
didn't listen right. I heard melt water 1B.
Yeah.
The
And-
melt water 1B.
Yes, Tyler.
Oh my god.
Not the 2B, not the 3B.
If you said that, it probably
The
would have made
1B.
more sense.
the 1B.
I heard melt wombi. I was like, what? I said it 4 times. Yo. The melt wombi.
Are you talking about water wombe?
That's what I
hell
was
is going
saying.
on? This is chaos and mayhem is chaos.
Gog and Magog causing mayhem and chaos.
right, real shit.
Watching this
Joker
tomorrow
titties.
being sober is gonna be
It's
horrible.
gonna be horrible.
I'm either gonna be dying the whole time or I'm just sitting there like, oh, this shit's corny as fuck.
No,
Not
this
even
is.
funny. We're just not making sense at this point. Anyway, what were we
No,
talking
you
about?
were making sense.
No, we're
Melt water
making
won't be-
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the actual event of Noah's flood, and that's how scientists It was around the same time as Noah and everything.
It was about 12,000 years ago, and what happened was the Earth heated up so much. Something happened where the Earth's temperature rose, and all of the glaciers.
Global warming.
No, this was pre-industrial, of course.
Bro, you gotta move it away from the microphone.
I forgot.
It can still be heard. I'm pretty sure. It's
it can be heard, but it's not.
Yeah.
While you're talking.
Yeah.
It's just in the background noise.
Anyway, melt water.
1B. It happened where something heated up the Earth's temperature, and at that time the Earth was in an ice age, and all of the ice caps and glaciers melted within a week. Scientists are now saying basically within a week, most of the sea level rose like hundreds of feet. And they have the same things in China. China talks about this flood myth. Africa, Europe, Mesoamerica talks about it.
And how they found out, bro, they were like testing soil that was under like certain levels of earth in the soil, and there was more minerals at a certain level of the. I don't even know.
No,
at a certain level.
There is a more like mainstream way. There's a more mainstream way that they discovered it. It was the Sahara Desert. There is ridges in the Sahara Desert, meaning water flooded into the Sahara Desert at such a rapid pace, and I mean just hundreds of miles of just seawater just fucking flooding the Sahara Desert, and you can see like waves and ripples if you from space and satellites where you can see this happening.
Yeah,
it's a very interesting thing, and
very cool.
There's a chance it could happen again, but a lot of
it's bound to. Floods are normal.
No. Right now, the Earth is the hottest it's ever been.
Flood to that magnitude is normal.
Yeah, but Earth consistently floods.
Are you guys familiar that the Earth is slowing down? The spinning aspect of the Earth is slowing down, and the polar ice. There's a polar shift happening.
The thing with spinning and slowing down is it happens. It's normal.
Yeah, of course.
Is that we spin and slow down. It's just weird that, like, it happens every. I don't remember how many years, but the Earth slows down and starts spinning the other way.
Yeah. And
it's weird.
In Islam,
but if we stop, we're fucked.
In Islam, it talks about how when that happens, when the sun doesn't, when the sun rises from the west and sets in the east, which is, reversing the turning of the earth, that is the end of the world as we know it. Yeah, that's when Jesus is supposed to come back. Gog and Magog are supposed to, and you're gonna find out. You're gonna find out what Jesus really meant.
These fucking bitches.
Whoa. Jesus.
Don't say the B word when saying God's name.
You just call Jesus God.
The Lord's name in there.
Oh no.
Yo, your dad's gonna kill you.
Oh no, it's game over.
I believe in. I don't believe in Islam. I don't believe in those religions.
What are you guys worried about?
Huh?
You're worried about being disowned?
Yeah.
I guess.
But no, that's what I mean. What are they gonna see this tomorrow? Or are they gonna see this in like 5 years?
5 years.
Mine's are gonna see this.
Are you gonna care in 5 years?
About what?
About being disowned? Are you still gonna live at home and shit?
No. But I would still like to keep a good relationship with my parents.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna completely stop talking to you because of a podcast 5 years ago.
No.
Mine's would.
Why are you on the podcast?
Bro, for fun.
No, it was a joke. My parents don't care for the most part. I already told them. They were like, "Oh, great, as long as you have a job."
Yeah, as long as you got a job, like what
they
difference
really
does it
don't
make?
care. Like I can come home at like
Ahmad
fucking
don't got a job
4
yet.
in the morning.
Dun, dun, dun.
Ahmad's got a job in what? 6 days? 5 days?
What's the job?
I'm gonna
He's
start
working
working
with
at
me.
a smoke shop.
Really?
Yeah, he's working with me.
What?
Mm-hmm.
This is amazing. What?
I thought I told you.
No,
We
you did
didn't
not
tell him.
We're acting like I got pregnant, bro. Oh my god, he did it.
This is like peak guy friendship. Just don't
Yeah.
tell each other when shit happens.
Yeah, he didn't tell me he was a Shia until a couple of months.
Mentioned, yeah.
I mean, I don't think you guys knew I was a Catholic for
No,
a long.
I assumed.
Yeah, I assumed.
You knew I was Christian.
I
but
assumed you
not-
believed in God more than the Christians.
What?
Like I thought,
It's the opposite. The Christians believe in God more.
I don't think so. I think Catholics are more
weird.
closer
They
to the
don't-
original
They
doctrine
have the
than
saints.
modern Christians.
No. They have the saints. Orthodox Christians are the closest.
Well, I would
Yeah.
say he's
I would agree.
he's a bit
Yeah.
orthodox about the way he believes in God.
Catholics, I think, are like a.
I have like a
I think they're
weird
third generation
Catholic.
Christians.
Like I have a really strict Catholic, but not strict. It's weird.
Yeah, well, person. You're
Catholics are the ones that believe in the saints, right? Or those Protestants? No, those
That's
are Catholics.
Catholics.
Yeah. Protestants
I
are.
have Saint-
Protestants also have the saints,
This
right?
is Saint Francis on mine.
Mm.
It's not Jesus. It's Saint Francis.
Let me see that. Actually,
I have saints as well.
that's beautiful. Holy.
Shout out God.
Yeah. Shut up.
Sponsor me.
Sponsor me, ball.
Balls sponsor me.
Hit me a ball. Malik.
DM from Israel.
More like that. Oh God.
Bro, I'm changing my name if I got a DM from Israel.
Bro, I'm changing everything.
What?
I'm leaving the country.
I'm burying myself.
I would never change my name because I got a DM from Israel. I'd be like, "What do you guys want, and how much are you paying me to do it?"
I'm probably to sell his soul to
You're
the
gonna
devil.
die. You're just gonna die at some point. Cause bro, what if you just do anything, any little bro? They've killed so many people real bad.
Yeah.
Not saying necessarily just Israel, but
Yeah, they killed JFK.
Israel is
JFK,
attached.
Bobby Kennedy.
Yeah.
I think Israel is
They
attached
tried to kill Trump
the
3
higher
times.
government of the United States.
Israel.
Somehow, some way, they're interlinked. Yeah, the government.
It's not somehow, some way we know how.
Somehow,
they
some
own
way.
all the
They're
politicians.
interlinked. Maybe it's not Israel in itself, and it's something even.
No, it's the Israeli
Bigger than that.
government.
Yeah.
I think they have dirt.
So
on
like
most
that's the
politicians.
weird
too,
part
right?
of these smaller countries is like who funds those countries kind of controls the countries. And then that's the issue is that if that country says where our money goes and how our shit goes, that's the issue. It's like they don't have power over us, but they're making decisions for us.
What's up?
I'm just checking.
Long pod.
Oh, we can go long, but
Podathon.
This is the longest.
Podathon.
yeah. I like it though. I got to check up on a couple of things, make sure.
Y'all
What the dog doing?
What's the dog doing?
Well, so tell us what happened. We took a little break and something crazy happened. I was taking a shit.
I went to let my dog out, and fucking my parents' dog said, "Open door."
Crashed out.
Open the door.
What'd you say walking up the
Open the
steps?
Open and huh?
You said something walking up the steps.
Oh
you
yeah.
know?
Okay. The parents want pets with a loving home and a continuous source of nutrition.
Yeah.
When they see the door open.
She's just literally. I watched her 4 times, just up and down the whole road,
Yeah, 'cause, like,
and she was going probably 20 miles an hour, brother. She was moving.
I probably could have caught her. That's just my ego talking, but
I wasn't running.
I would have ran.
I'm in fucking loafers. I ain't fucking running.
I would have took him off. Just
It's raining.
even better traction.
She just got let free, bro.
But a neighbor ended up helping me, and I grabbed her.
Oh wow, that's nice.
It's white people shit.
It's community. The black people like, yo, get your fucking dog.
No, yeah, black people would run away. They're scared of dogs.
Racist.
Is it not true?
Yeah, but that's your fault. That's your people's fault.
It's not my fault.
You guys,
that is not my fault.
you guys stick dogs onto them back during the civil
Hey,
rights
my
protests.
people didn't do that.
Yeah, I think were a big part.
We're gonna have to
Who
bleep
shot Martin?
that.
Who shot Martin? Sorry, who shot Martin Luther King?
Huh?
Yeah, I shot Martin Luther
It was his
King.
grandpa.
Ooh.
I had a dream.
Yeah. Martin Luther King had a dream. His grandpa had a sniper. And that's the outro, guys.
Yeah. Bye.
It's a terrible
Goodbye, come
outro.
again.
We gotta keep going.
Goodbye, come again.
But anyway, when do you think the next one will be? Are we changing up the content? Are we dropping another one next week? We're dropping a new form video next week.
I'm pretty sure I'll be back in town tomorrow. If you guys want, we can shoot another one. If do you have work tomorrow?
Tomorrow's Saturday. I'm free.
Then
I'm
yeah.
on. You gotta shoot another one.
Hell yeah. Yeah.
Do we want to shoot another pod or do we want to shoot
we should another pod, or if you have one of those wonderful ideas about the show, or
We can shoot whatever. It doesn't matter.
hell yeah, just bring it to the table, dude. I'll do it. I'm down. You can have the Jeopardy questions thing. We could do it right here.
Do we want to do Jeopardy next
We can do
one?
that.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's all.
Alrighty. Well, this is the
That's
Cumcast.
Cumcast episode 3.
Hell yeah. And you've just been cummed on.
Bro, you know what's so bad is I'm gonna keep forgetting which one's which.
Yeah, no, it's fucking
I'm gonna
crazy.
say 2 or 4, and we're just gonna get it wrong from now on because there's gonna be too many.
But so far, this is the 3rd.
This is the Todd. Okay, bye everyone.
Come, guys.